What's going on, Mutha Truckers? Welcome to Mutha Trucker News. Email us at muthatruckernews@gmail.com. So this is actually official right here. FMCSA confirmed that Administrator Robin Hutchinson resigned her post and will leave the agency on January 26. Sue Lawless, FMCSA's Executive Director and Chief Safety Officer, will lead the agency in the role of Acting Deputy Administrator. So just want to let you guys know that we talked about this the other day, and yes, it is confirmed from FMCSA. It is real.
This is what concerns me, that in late September, FMCSA included a specified or a specific speed limit for the speed limiter rule, 68 miles an hour. It was in the USDOT Unified Agenda. This was quickly rescinded and chalked up as a clerical error. Did you know about that? 68
right.
miles an hour, USDOT? It's a clerical error. However, the same week, I believe that you were a keynote speaker at a high-dollar fundraiser. They dubbed it as a soiree sponsored by labor unions, trial attorneys, large trucking companies. All of these stakeholders have been pressuring your agency to select a speed limiter rule set at 60 miles an hour, well below what the agency had indicated it was prepared to select.
Now, I know there are a lot of owner-operators out there that feel strongly that OOIDA doesn't do a lot for truck drivers, and I've seen that consensus with some of the people that I've had on my show, but I'll tell you this much. You know, Congressman from Texas, Mr. Niels, actually confronted the head, or soon-to-be former head of the FMCSA, Robin Hutchinson, that remember when we did a report about the speed limiters, that they stated that there would be a speed limiter of 68 miles per hour, and then within 24 hours they took that down right away. Well, he brings up the point that basically that week, with that clerical error, there was a fundraiser with lobbyists, attorneys, and mega trucking companies that they had for Mrs. Former FMCSA Robin Hutchinson. And usually I'm not saying these people give a lot of money at these things, but on that side, they believed that the limit should be 60 miles per hour. You know, and a lot of this information, Mr. Neal, the congressman, was getting from a landline magazine that comes from OOIDA. So if you're not happy with the FMCSA and what they're doing, well, there are Congress people reading OOIDA's magazine, and they're taking a page from the book. That's all I got to say. So, you know, kudos to the people at OOIDA. Hey, you know, I know they probably wouldn't take credit for anything because Todd Spencer, quote unquote, wished the head of FMCSA, Robin Hutchinson, positivity. He's a very positive guy and a good guy. But yeah, just want to let you guys know that. But overall, here is the video of that segment and that part. You guys let me know. Was there some shady practices happening? I'm not saying there were. All I can say is FMCSA has made an official statement that January 26th will be her last day.
Mr. Chairman, Administrator Hutchinson, the FMCSA is considering a number of regulations that are in various stages, of the rulemaking process, including a potential speed limiter mandate on the large trucks, big trucks. Now, I know you may not be able to comment in detail about the substance of the final rule, but I hope you would agree with me that a credible process is very, very important, particularly when working through controversial rulemakings. Would you agree we need to get this right? Yes? Yeah.
Representative Nels, yes, I agree.
Very good. Okay. So this is why it concerns me. This is what concerns me, that in late September, FMCSA included a specified or a specific speed limit for the speed limiter rule, 68 miles an hour. It was in the USDOT Unified Agenda. This was quickly rescinded and chalked up as a clerical error. Did you know about that? 68
right.
miles an hour, USDOT? It's a clerical error. However, the same week, I believe that you were a keynote speaker at a high-dollar fundraiser. They dubbed it as a soiree sponsored by labor unions, trial attorneys, large trucking companies. All of these stakeholders have been pressuring your agency to select a speed limiter rule set at 60 miles an hour, well below what the agency had indicated it was prepared to select. Were these two occurrences connected in any way?
Representative, I appreciate the opportunity to make clarifications here. We have not yet set a speed limit, and we have not issued an NPRM in which that speed limit would be suggested for feedback.
Do you believe that it hurts the credibility of rulemaking process by attending, keynoting a fundraiser for advocates on one side of the issue while the regulation is under consideration?
Representative, we take very seriously the fidelity of the process of rulemaking, and we don't discuss the contents of the rule even as we're engaging with our stakeholders
All right,
around the.
I'll trust you on this. I'm going to trust you on this, but I just hope that you equally consider the 15,000 comments from America's truckers who have provided input on this rulemaking. They're not going to be able to host a big fundraiser for you, but are you familiar with Landline magazine? You familiar with this?
Representative, I am.
It's a very good magazine. Do you read it, or do you just get it, or it sits on your desk, or do you read this? This is the October 2023 issue, page 12. Very dangerous, very dangerous. It says here, talking about the speed limiters on this thing. Read this article, because I tell you, the people that travel around, and I think you mentioned earlier that truckers are moving a lot of our goods and service around. Listen to the truckers. I think they would know better than the bureaucrats and specifically Congress on this.